Hello, Kieran. So our game is a particular chaos. It's an arcade style game, which I hope you'd like. The objective of the game is to rack up as much points as possible by collecting items and staying alive, and just avoiding as much collisions with enemies in the game. So we're just gonna run through the game now. So we're just gonna do a demo of the game now and just talk through certain aspects of the game.
And the UI mainly. So basically, the control scheme of the game is very simple. As you play as the player here, you only use the mouse to control the player's movement. Up, down, left, right, around the screen bounds is controlled by the moving the mouse up, down, left, or right. And to boost, you just click the left analog stick, or left click, and you move forward. Now you pause the game. Unpause. And we just teleport boost there for a second. And that's boosting left click, just speed you up. Anyway, sorry, there was a little problem there. We're just going to run the game again. We have a memory leak in our game, unfortunately, which means it slows down, the frame rate stops, so we have to restart every now and again. So let's just talk through the menus. Menus are quite simple because the game's quite simple. We have four main menus. Actually, let's turn the volume. Just go into settings. As you can probably hear, we've got a lot of feedback for the user already in terms of sound and visuals. Whenever you hover over, you get a little hover over sound, and when you click, it takes you to that menu with the another click sound. Pretty much everything has a bit of feedback. If you hover over, it tells you its function. It lights up. As for the menus themselves, we have the settings, and here we can change the music volume here with the slider. We the drop down for window resolution, and we can toggle into full screen mode. The high score table shows the high scores. Currently, there's no high score at the moment because this is the first playing of the game in this sitting. We can quit out of the game, but we won't go into that because we don't want to. And there's new games, so you can start a new game on any of the difficulties. As for the design, we decided to go with the sciencey kind of design. I'm just going to turn that music off actually. We decided to go with the scientific looking design, so we have a very kind of straightforward fonts, similar to kind of digital clock kind of font, as it fits, kind of technology and like. And we went with colors such as orange and blue, mainly because they give a contrast to the level, where we tried to remove as much blue as possible, so that our primary color will be our interface, and it'll be it's a lot more noticeable without being overly soft. As for the feedback, we went with sounds and visuals. Visuals straightforward. Change of color and the movement to clearly indicate you're hovering over, and the sounds we kind of fitted in with the kind of sciencey and kind of particle kind of sounds and stuff that we made ourselves for our sound project. That's really all there is to the menus at the moment. So Colin's going to talk through the in-game at the moment again. Take it away.
Okay, just give me a second. So I'm now just gonna run through the in-game menu, the heads-up display. As you can see down the bottom right-hand corner, we have the atomic weight. Sorry, I'm just gonna change something here now. So this is the in-game menu heads-up display. As you can see down the bottom right-hand corner, you see the feedback for the player. So in the top left there, you can see the player's atomic weight, which is the player's health, which is gradually going down over time. The H there is the player's element, which is hydrogen. what we would have liked to have is that changing as the player progressed from different stages of its life.
Yeah, it's fine.
And
Well, it's half life.
the score is down the bottom right hand corner, and the multiplier increases every time the player goes from one phase to the next. So every time the player levels up, it goes up. Also, when the player goes uh, from one place to another, down at the top, the location in the game appears. So at the start, you would have seen EM coils and laser zones as well.
That's cool. Score.
Hmm?
The score is constantly going up at a rate, and the multiplier is kept. We took feedback. A lot of people had from our favorite prototype told us that it was a bit too close, so we moved the multiplier out to the side and changed its size, so it's clear it's not part of the score, which makes it a lot easier to see. And Sorry, the HUD's not updating at the moment because of the frame rate, but that's there he goes. That was one of our big feedbacks, so we took that into account. Also, users now tell us that it's quite easy to look at a glance and get all the information they need because it's separated and some different colors and stuff. It's easier to see. Okay, and lastly, we just want to talk about the outro. As for comments, I kind of summed it up at the last section. A lot of the feedback we got, we took into account. As for just the actual the actual who did what part of the work, when it came down to the actual coding of the menus and causing these effects, Peter took care of that. I came up with the overall design, and here by the way, overall design. And Colin and Jason both worked on the sounds that you hear playing there,
Yeah.
as well as the music that's also part of the feedback to kind of draw in the player as well. Colin worked on sorting that for us and helping getting some of that, while Jason did a lot of editing for the actual sound effects. And that's really the breakdown of how things went. We hope you liked the interface. We thought it was quite good, and thanks. Is anything you want to say?
No, I think that's it. We've covered everything.
Right.